going live now. Let's see. No. Who's saying hello? Why I hear like a ghost right now? I hear like a ghost saying hello.
Hi.
What the heck? Let's see, is it live now? Tick, 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 tick. Transition. Oh, it's live. Hallelujah.
Good.
Little bit late, but it's okay. So,
Because of who?
gang is in the house. It might be because of Donald Trump. So much reading to do now nowadays. Cannot go to sleep and be in peace, you know. But you know what?
So what's up? What's up? It's Monday, new week, new opportunities. I actually caught percent trade already on gold in the morning with my Friday bending orders that I posted in the group, by the way. I don't know if you took or not.
Yeah, everything seems to work. Seems to work right now. So anyway, you already saying that you were getting an order. You have order in?
No, I took 2 orders that I had pending orders that I inserted on Friday, and they actually got triggered. So
I'm wondering, maybe I have also, because I have not checked at all anything.
check it then.
Would be a good surprise when you wake up, orders are filled and also making a profit. But
I mean, it's already has gone up 150 pips back.
well, that's not the case in my phone. I have no orders.
Okay.
No pending orders right now. Okay, so what you're trading right now? But either way, it's like my balance right now is now kind of recovered. So Friday we did a good day. I think it was Friday. No, Thursday. Thursday we did a good day, and before that is like I had some little accidents when I lost money just by leaving some orders in. Like if you're new into the channel and waiting. So I started with a very small account, what was $200 in the beginning, and now I don't have $200 anymore. We also had one bad trading day when actually 2 of the trades were good out of 3 trades, but the second trading for me, in some reason, it kind of hit the take profit and then jump in another direction, and eventually went to the loss. And for me, it did not take the take profit, even though it should.
That was actually GBP NCD.
NCD, exactly.
Yeah, technically it didn't hit the stop loss based on our parameters that we set, but when the markets roll over to the new trading day, the spread is usually higher, and that's why it basically it was just a little bit unlucky, so it got stopped out with the spread, and then it went directly into TP. But anyway, so I want to a little bit tell you what I did. So on Friday, actually, last week, this was what was that? This was it was Thursday, by the way. Yeah. And on Friday, I was driving with the car to running competition, so I didn't trade. And actually, on my bigger account, I had this order in, but I closed it in a very small profit because I couldn't freaking check the charts and drive at the same time 5 hours. So I closed it. But this trade would have been very nice 400 pips trade. But on a sell order that I sent out on Friday, I was basically targeting this. I will zoom a little bit closer. So I was targeting this area where it consolidated a little bit, then dropped down. So I anticipated that this area can be a rejection area again. So one of my orders triggered at 91 with the gap opening, and the second order that was up here, basically it was 4115.92, and it literally I sniped in it at the very highest point, and I closed my profit around here. So I already caught, like, what is this? This is okay. I got about 270 pips in profits already, so I secured 2%. But what is going to happen today? So I checked a little bit the markets already. GBP pairs is nothing good besides GBP AUD, but we get back to it shortly. So what I'm going to anticipate what's going to happen today in gold, for example, is that we opened a heavy gap with the heavy gap upwards, and then it made a slight push up to this structure area where it broke on Thursday, and it got rejected. But now the only trouble that I see is that we have a gap that is unfilled. So this can be one of the point of interest for me today. That's why I also had set alert here. So if the price can break the 4085 line, then there is a very, very, very high probability that we will fill the gap at least 50%, but ideally 100%. And that would be approximately 300 pip move for us. Now, but if price cannot break this area, then we can probably go a little bit higher into this zone, which is 4131. That can be kind of our sell
Did you hear
opportunity
also,
over here.
Antty, that China was closing the gold trades? That only physical gold trades are open now.
Yeah, the paper trading stuff. I read it, I think yesterday. I think I read it yesterday. Basically, yeah, that would be my kind of a sell order over here. And I would like to see where, well, what is it? My God, it's long. Just one sec. So I would like to see something like this. So to fill the cap, that would be my kind of a target. And for the sells, that would be 750 pips. I don't think that this will happen in London, but it will most likely happen during New York. So this is something that I will be looking 100% to enter the trade. At the same time, I think I wouldn't want to buy right now as well. Yeah, because on 1 hourly we also have this bear shoulder block rejecting us, plus this structure point where it failed to break through. So for me, this is a no buy zone as of now. On 15 minutes, we actually had earlier a buy alert, which would have got us almost 100 pips. But now it's a little bit too late to enter because we are kind of in between these zones. Now, talking about other currencies, GBP AUD is quite nice. I already checked a little bit. So if we go into daily, we have here really nice empty space on the left hand side. As you can see, that was a huge massive pump up, and we could potentially see price filling this big imbalance here on a daily. On 4 hourly, I also just drew a few boxes over here. So if you look here, Kent, you're looking also, right? So here it consolidated, then it broke up, made a retest, and then started to expand again. Here I see market makers were taking out their orders, taking their profits. That's why the price kind of went sideways, and now it started to bump back down. Dump. It broke the structure point over here, back into this zone, consolidated again, and now it is about to break down again. Yeah, market opened with a big gap downwards, retrace back up. If we go into 1 hour, it's a little bit more clear. So that was the kind of a highest point before the push down. So here was probably a lot of liquidity resting, and market just literally came back up, swept the liquidity, and came back down. So this is basically the very similar setup that we had on GBP CAD, if you remember. Like this over here, it's basically one-to-one copy. You see, price was consolidating, broke the structure, retested, took out the very last week high, and then gave absolutely massive dump over here and dropped 80 pips. And again, it's getting rejected and getting dumped again. Yeah, I was hoping to see some kind of reaction from this area. But GBP AUD is doing basically same thing, but it started to dump already 9 a.m., which is like 6 hours ago. So that would have been a very good entry for us. And I think personally right now we are a little bit late because it has been pushing down already third hour. So we would need to see some sort of a retracement. Yeah, some sort of retracement, or it can do the same thing that basically GCAD was doing. It took out this low over here, and then it just kept dropping down. I was actually thinking last time that maybe we should enter. If I go to the lower time frame, you can see like 15 minute, actually 5 minutes is even better. You see, that was the setup that we traded, and then it broke this low over here. It broke it, retested it, and then kept breaking down. And here again, it kind of broke the structure once again. So we can anticipate similar strategy. We wait for GBP AUD to break the structure and see how it's gonna respect, and once it breaks structure again, we can enter. So we can write the wave down on GBP AUD, GF, GA on 5 minute. Yep, I think this is exactly what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna check also on my indicator if it's gonna show us something. And this is consolidating.
When you're moving very fast and zooming in, zooming out, and remember that it's gonna go all pixelated just.
Yep. I know.
But tell now about your adventure with the landslide.
So we went to, like, it's a 5-hour drive. It's, I think, through the mountains, so that's like 180 km if you go through the usual road. But there was recently a landslide because of the heavy rain. So that road was kind of blocked or closed. So we went there through alternative road, which is like 250 km, like 70 kilometers extra. But it was pretty nice and chill because it's mainly through the highway. But then we came back. I mean, started to drive yesterday back, and then we decided, okay, let's go some other alternative way because there's kind of like three different roads that lead back to my city. So we went through the other one, and the navigator showed right, so we turned right, started to drive. I was like quite happy. Oh, nice, not so much traffic. But that was kind of a mountains or mountain road, so they were a little bit narrow. And I drive like 1 hour. I see like, what the fuck's happening? There's no cars. Like, where is all the people? Where is all the traffic? Like, this kind of the main alternative road. So we drive and drive and drive, and at some point the road completely like it's just literally there is asphalt, and then there is 5-6 meters of mud and some shit, like, and then starts asphalt again. And then we drive there, more mountain, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's really weird now. Like, there is no cars, no traffic at all. So, and eventually we end up in a crossroad. Navigator says right, but there is, again, just a mud road. And on the left, there is the kind of a main highway, right? Or the main asphalt road. And the asphalt said, or the road sign said, left is Davao, right is, I don't know what the fuck is that, but Navi says on the right is Davao and on the left is something else. So we asked from the local guy who was there. They were sitting there under some building, and he said, yeah, go to the left. This goes to Davao. I said, okay, fuck it, let's drive. So we drive again, like 20 minutes, and then eventually, like out of nothing, the asphalt ended and the kind of a road construction area started. So I press brakes. I'm looking ahead. There is a big sign, end of road work. I'm like, what the fuck? Just suddenly the road ends. I'm like looking the map. There is no internet. The map. There's no road. Like absolutely nothing. Nothing is there. So I was like, what the fuck we do? We have been already driving like 1.5 hours. God knows where, somewhere in between in the mountains. So we turned around, tried back to these people, and said, like, there's no roads. There is end of road work. Like literally, road stops. How can this road lead to Davao? They said, no. This is right road. This is right road. So we decided eventually, like, fuck this. Let's go drive back to the main highway. So we drive back another 1.5 hours or something. Then I realized, like, damn, my rental car is soon out of gas. I mean, I still had like 170 km range, but to Davao is more than 170. So I start to drive, and we were hoping that, okay, let's take a risk. Let's hope that the landslide area is somehow fixed, or maybe there is some closer roundabout. So we start to drive. No gasoline stations open at night in this region. So we saw some guy selling the gas in a small bottles, so we bought this gas, put in the car a little bit, and then started to drive. And then the local said, yeah, it just got open, one car at a time can cross the landslide area. So we arrived there because it was heavy rain. They said, yeah, now it's closed. So, but there is a detour. So, okay, where we need to go? Look the signs. Okay, we turn right. And then we saw one big, how is it, like furgon auto, like a pickup
truck,
car.
Okay.
Pickup truck, like a smaller one, not the big one, big truck. So that was driving in front of us, and then right behind us came one car, and this we were anticipating that, okay, this guy most likely knows how to drive. He's most likely driving this road every day. So we were just following him, and that was lucky, like a small detour around this area, but the road was really, really, really rough. like there is lots of mud, holes, and then eventually there was also some guys who said, okay, this truck cannot go, only the cars can go because it's really uphill the last part.
Uh-huh.
So I went through, and oh my god, if I had a small sedan car, most likely I would have got stuck, but I had a smaller like a city SUV, so I got past it, and then I drive straight home. So instead of a 5 hour drive, we drive more than hours total.
Okay, nice. And that was after the running, yeah?
After the running, yeah, but
But
I
you sleep
mean,
in between or
running is
no?
really, I did sleep, but running in Asia is a little bit challenging because the competitions are always at night because that's the only time when it's not hot.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the sun is down, then the temperature goes from 30 degrees to 22, 23.
Hmm.
So it's better to run. Uh, so the run started at 3 a.m. We went there 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep before that. So I hadn't had any sleep. I went to the running competition. Michelle also. We finished it. I arrived back home, I think 7 a.m. And then I went to sleep. I slept till 12. And then we went to the cold spring, and then we started to drive 5 p.m.
Hmm.
Yep. So it was a quite interesting journey.
Okay. And how are you feeling now?
I was very tired in the morning because I woke up already 7 a.m. But yeah, now feeling better. Been eating a lot because this kind of a 21 km run that is consuming like 2,000 calories.
At least.
So yeah,
At least in a
it takes a
heat
little bit
also,
time.
and like if you're doing tempo also, it can be even like 2.5.
Yeah. But yesterday all legs were so much in pain,
Yeah.
and couldn't walk normal. And today I woke up, my back is all so stiff, and
Yeah.
yeah, need definitely, I think, 3-4 days to recover.
Oh yeah. Have you have you done longer distance also than this or no?
I think my longest that I've ever done is 10 km straight. And now this time I run 18 kilometers straight, and then the last 3 km I couldn't just run anymore properly because my knees and legs were so tired and so much in pain. So
You
yeah,
were
need more
walking the
training.
last kilometers.
I mean, I walk like 30-40 meters, then run again 300-400 meters,
Okay,
then
okay.
walk again, run again. So, but again,
But you
I
still
mean,
you had like the average time was like pretty good. I see like six and a half, right?
I kept the pace between 6 minutes to 6:30 till 18 kilometers, and then
Okay.
the last three km. Let me see. I had
That's already that's already pretty high, like for a long distance. Like I mean, it's not a marathon runner speed, but I see these videos where these kind of amateur runners running also 5K sub 20, like 5
yeah. I
kilometer
mean, you just have
less than
to.
20 minutes, 4 minutes per kilometer with a 5K in a row is like fuck. I can do 1 kilometer with
Yeah.
that.
I mean, you just need more training.
True.
I saw also that there one guy. He like young. I mean, here in the Philippines, there's so many good runners.
True.
They could be easily freaking world what is this, like European championships,
Yeah.
or they could easily dominate over there. Like here also, pretty young. I think that was a young guy. Most definitely less than 27, younger like that. And he did 10 kilometers 40 minutes. So that's what, 4 minutes per 4 minutes per kilometer, like consistently. And the fastest guys, they do it with, babe, what was the fastest time for 10 km guys? 25. Yeah, nagu crazy. These guys can run 10 kilometers straight with sub 3 minutes per kilometer.
This is
I can
freaking wild, huh?
Yeah, I can't even run 1 km that fast. They run straight 10 km, like crazy. But my time actually, so 17 kilometer was 7:17, 18 was 6:52, 19 was 7:37, 20 was 8 minutes, 21 was 6:59. Oh, yeah.
Fuck, we have some
Pretty good, I guess.
we have some internet problems right now. It's like I'm trying to figure out like what is it yours or is it mine, because mine also is right now making a little bit problems the last days. Let me
Okay.
check if it is, if I put my trading view into transition and if it is clear in YouTube, then it's your connection. I think it's your connection.
I mean, it's most likely not the connection. It's my CPU. Let me close my message.
See if you can do something.
Check now. I'm closing one empty 4. So, better.
I had yesterday this kind of thing that I'm working coding and I need a screenshot and everything, all the AI what is like running in the background also is like it needs a lot of like memory and then one moment it's like my Mac doesn't do any more screenshots, and then it's like one moment is like it starts making screenshots and also the hard drive also getting full, but it's like I have like an extra I can put like stuff in there, but okay, yours is getting a little bit better, but when you're moving this chart, it's still pretty wild.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's like I need to like freaking restart because like it doesn't start working, making screenshots but doesn't show anything in the folders, so I cannot upload the freaking screenshot, and it's like a final test for the application as well, and like last thing, and then it's like I'm like trying 15 minutes, I'm trying like and it doesn't work, and then I'm like okay, fuck it, I will restart. And when I restart, then obviously like all the servers are going down, and because it's in local servers, and then it's like need to start it, and there's like freaking conflicts, and then it doesn't start working. Then it's like eventually like this small thing, because these freaking screenshots, is like a 1.5 hours, getting back into the same point, when I can actually reproduce. But right now, yours is also getting better. I will make a transition. Let's see. Now, it feels like a beautiful like zone in there, Dubai, or don't you think?
Which one?
This? GPP.
This is JPY. I was actually looking because JPY is it's kind of have been in range. If I zoom out, you can see. So it broke up, and it has been in the same range, kind of 10 days, I guess. Yeah, almost 10 days.
But this low part of this range is like it would be good to buy from there, don't you think?
Actually, there would have been a great opportunity to sell. If you check also in the indicator based on 1 hour, that would have been already 30 pips. Yeah, from London Open. So we kind of missed this. And and gold is pushing higher, as I can see.
Yeah, but with the gold is like the big trends is, I think there is not like too much point to follow, because like Trump can make another news any moment, he's waking up and stretching his toes, and then it's gonna market is gonna be in an opposite direction.
Yeah, that's true.
So very short term, but I think it's everything is like affected by that right now.
Yep, that's correct. That is correct.
For a traders, I don't know, it's like if it's good to have Trump over or not. I see that Trump has the biggest earnings
I
was
mean,
from crypto last year, and it was like almost 1.5 billion made in
yeah,
crypto. That's wild.
no, it was more. It was 2.3.
Or 2.3, exactly. I was thinking two and a
Yeah,
half approximately
yeah.
from crypto.
But
That's fucking wild.
I mean,
Half
Trump
of
is
that is like
actually,
his meme coins. Rug pull.
yeah. I also lost money there. Melania coin and Trump coin. That
Yeah,
was crazy.
you one of the
But
smart ones.
anyway, I think mm Trump is kind of the same thing like the big impact news. It's actually a good thing because this creates
Some direction.
movement movements and explosion in certain
Mm-hmm.
direction that is necessary for the price to come. Let's say I want to sell here. Trump tweets, it spikes in, I get into my trade, and then it goes into the right direction. So it's not necessarily bad. Just have to have a lot of patience and really wait for your zones. One good example, I gave two signals to the group, that one cell range is here and then the other one is here, actually here. And these I already took out in profits, but I also have one entry that I made on Friday that was floating 1% in profit, but I left it open. And this one I didn't post into the group. And now it's a little bit underwater because I entered around 72, I think, yeah. And it's still running on a very low risk.
Okay.
But the same thing, I had originally planned my entries where it exactly came, but I entered a little bit too early because I was anticipating that we can open or maybe I was a little bit hoping also that it will be another similar weekend where US is gonna attack somebody again, and then the
Mm-hmm.
market will open up, capped down. But this time it opened capped up. So yeah, patience is everything. Need to wait calmly your zones, and not rush things. But basically, I think what we're gonna see soon is that the Asia highs will be taken out, and then we could potentially see the sells, because month end is also coming, and I don't want to believe that month that we will keep going up. I think this month has been like the previous month was insane drop. It closed through the wicks, so these rejection wicks got basically filled up, and I think this month have been just a kind of a retracement, and there is still very high probability that this will be a following candle to the previous monthly candle, so we can see finally this drop down into this consolidation area, which would be around 3,500. That's kind of my long-term target that I really would love to see, and this would be